cooked and already on its way. So you mean to tell me you're going to leave your house, inconvenience yourself, spend some money when you already owe a motherfucker $16? You already placed the order for $16. That's pussy bitch ass behavior to me. Men would not do their partners like that. If I hit you up, yo Jay, I'm finna come through shit. I'm up here Buffalo Wild Wings. You want something? You're not assuming that I'm just gonna pay for your food. But if I tell you straight, that's different. That's different. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't see how.
I'm still gonna offer the money regardless. Yeah, I would offer.
Right. Me too. I'm gonna ask you how much it cost.
Just in case.
I think that's what anybody would do, especially when you took the time to go wait for the food and you took the time to drive over here and I didn't have to do nothing but respond to your text. People pay for convenience. You know what I mean? Right. And so for him to be that inconsiderate over what she did for him and to handle it like that, she needs to take that $16 loss and delete his number.
Yeah.
Don't interact with him no more, and don't give him no more opportunities to exercise his fuckboyism on you. And
the first thing I thought, I was like, I hope she deleted his number. There's nothing else. I mean, there's nothing else to discuss after that. You know, tell him how lame he is, and then just keep it pushing.
Right. I mean, because he has several ways he could have rectified the situation without it becoming a hostile type of situation like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then, like, if you read the exchange, he's talking to, I don't play with nobody disrespecting my mama. Like, motherfucker, ain't nobody disrespected your mama. Everything that this dude did is exactly what I talk about women doing. Making assumptions. Choosing to make a situation worse instead of resolving the situation in the easiest way possible. Misusing the word disrespect. You know what I mean? Like, so this dude still lives with his mama, and everything that I've saw about him in this situation is a mama's boy type of behavior. That's the type of stuff that dudes that are raised by women and to think like women do. And so a woman would be out of her mind to continue dating a man like this that handled a situation like that. It's not about the $16. I saw a lot of people, it's only $16. It's not about the $16.
That's not the point.
Yeah, it's not the point. It's not the dollar amount. It's certain ways that you handle things. Certain ways that show respect. You can feel a person can disrespect you and get their ass whooped over some shit that costs $3. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
So it's not about the dollar amount. You get an attitude and slap my fucking beer out my hand, I'm gonna beat your ass. I don't care if it's a $2 beer. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
the way he handled was just corny as hell, man.
Yeah, man, it was super whack. Like, it was so, like, man, so many people had sent it to me. I couldn't believe. I don't know why I thought this, but I wasn't even gonna post it because I was like, man, this is a universal. I think we all gonna be in agreement on this. So I was shocked to see that there was so much debate over it. There were people calling the woman childish and petty, and I'm like, the fuck? How you gonna be mad? How you gonna fault somebody that's going out their way to do something nice for somebody that they didn't have to do it for, making the gesture to him, and then even extending the gesture to his mom that you don't have no relationship with? Those are things. Those are things that somebody that is trying to show you that they like you or that they're a cool person to have in your life is doing for you. That's the type of stuff my wife does for people, and you know what I'm saying, like stuff where you like this extra friendly, nice type person where you don't have to be. My wife is like that. She's making stuff for the other cheerleaders, even though they moms act funny with our daughter. Like, she does this extra nice type stuff. Those are that's a good quality. That means you have a big heart. And so when you're dealing with somebody that is showing you that they are a kind person and they have a good heart, you need to treat them as such. You know what I mean? Like, show some appreciation. It would not have hurt that dude to eat the $16 cost for his mama that he have this ultra amount of respect for. You know what I mean? Like, if he didn't want to date her or be involved with her after that, that's cool. But you didn't do no fuck shit like cause her to spend money, cause her to be almost to your crib, and now you done left and left her totally F you. Like, that's quadruple middle fingers to somebody. And that's how I would have taken it.
You wasted her money and time here.
Yeah. So, like I said, she needs to charge it to the game and cut him off for sure. All right, so this next post that I wanted to talk about was a post that I put up where I said, we live in an era where a woman can know she's killing her relationship and pushing her man away, but will feel like you are coming for her if you say anything to her about it. And I put that post up because kind of a reaction to what I've been seeing lately. Anytime you say anything related to what a woman thinks, feels, or does, they instantly label it as you're coming for them. Don't come for me unless I send you. Don't come for me so it's a funny thing to see on social media, because it's like, okay, you're going to a page that you know has a couple 100,000 followers, and several thousand of them come to the page every single day to read the post. So you're going to post a comment, and then you don't expect anybody to say anything about your comment. Does that sound like it makes any fucking sense? Does that sound like it makes any sense whatsoever? And so for them to take somebody just simply telling them anything or responding to what they said as a personal attack on them, that means you too damn sensitive to be on social media. If you can't take somebody responding to an opinion that you posted, especially if it's a harsh opinion or an unpopular opinion, if you cannot take people responding to what you said, you don't need to be on social media. That's not the platform for you. You know what I mean? Like, that does not make any sense. Now, if somebody calls you out your name and blatantly disrespects you, then I can totally understand you saying they came for you. Somebody intentionally doing something. People come for me all the time. I'm told about what they think of my appearance, what they think about me. People come for me all the time. I don't get in my feelings over it. I don't give a fuck what they say. They on my page. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on their page. I'm not going to them for their content. They on my shit. They riding my dick. They on my shit every day. So I'm not hurt by that. I have to be smart enough to be above that. What sense would it make for me to post something to over 200,000 followers and not expect anybody to disagree? Does that sound like anybody with common sense would do? I'm going to get mad because you disagree with me? Like, who does that?
I don't, yeah, a lot of people, I mean, I guess you see some men do it, but those are, I guess, those are like the fuck boy, like you just explained, or the mama boys that act like that. But it's like, how are you you're strongly opinionated, you post something and get mad when somebody disagrees or says something that, you don't want to hear.
Right.
You're upset. Like, that makes no sense. I mean, they say like to say, listen, you shouldn't throw stones if you live in a glass house.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of behavior that I see that don't really make sense. You know what I mean? Like, you'll see them say stuff like, well, that's my opinion. Like, we know that we all got opinions, but all opinions are not valid. All opinions don't make sense, and all opinions are not equal. Like, we all know that.
I see, I know on your page every day, you got people that are trying to be argumentative with you, trying to be argumentative. Clearly trying to be argumentative with you.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
I see you don't let that get you. You don't be like, oh well, don't come for me. You're gonna get some of that backlash when some of the stuff you post. I mean, I know, especially from the women, you're gonna get some backlash over it.
Well, I mean that comes with the territory.
For some.
That comes with it though, especially on social media. You know what I mean? Like now that the general public has a voice where they can type something and hop behind a keyboard, you're gonna see disrespectful stuff and people tweeting a celebrity and talking about their kids. Like you see all type of childish, petty behavior, and there's nothing you can do to really control it. Like they have programs to you can label a comment offensive and things like that to react to it, but you can't prevent it from happening. And so
somebody and somebody like you that has the platform where you voice your opinions on a bunch of things every day. I mean, like I said, on your thing, on your comments, I mean, you get all kinds of vitriol coming, all kinds of different directions. But I know you don't let that get to you, and it's rather biased vitriol at that, But you're not like, you're not sitting there being extra sensitive about it. But like you said, if you're going to be sensitive about it every time somebody says something that doesn't agree with you or there's something you don't want to hear, then like you said, social media is not it's not the platform for you.
Well, yeah, I mean, and see that's why I said that. That's why I put up that post, because the people that respond like that, the women that have those type of combative responses to anybody saying anything to them, you can't tell them anything about their relationship. They can know that they're the problem. They can know that what they're doing is creating or going to ruin their relationship, and they still won't want to hear it. They still won't accept the criticism. They still won't want to be called out on or held accountable for their behavior. And so when you identify that type of behavior, that type of thinking, you have to nip that in the bud. Like some behaviors you identify in a person that lets you know that I could never be with this person. I could kick it with them. I could fuck them. I can go on some dates with them. We can kick it. But I could never be in a serious relationship with this person. And those are the type of things that get women put in a friends with benefits type situation. Even though she's a quality woman. Even though she probably would be a great mom. Even though she probably does have credentials. How she processes information. How she handles basic situations. Those type of things hold weight for intelligent men. Whether you think they should, whether you believe they do, I can assure you that they do. And so when you take offense to something and you can't explain what was done to offend you, how do you think that makes you look? Because if you handle basic stuff that was not intended to be a problem and you treat it as if it's a problem, what would give me any expectation that I'm going to be able to resolve a serious problem or a serious issue with you and not have you doing something dramatic, making some crazy decision based off of assumptions, doing something to make our situation way worse than it had to be. Because essentially that's what you're doing. When you take a combative stance for somebody that wasn't coming for you, didn't disrespect you, didn't call you out your name, what that shows is I have a problem handling conflict or dealing with my emotions. That's what that is an indication of. Because people that have those things in check don't respond that way. They don't search for something to be offended about. They don't get in their feelings over something that's not directed at them. And if you pay attention to that, when you hear somebody explain why they're mad or why they feel disrespected, and they ain't saying nothing that makes sense, or they're not giving an example of real disrespect, that's an excuse for them getting in their feelings over something. That's what that is an indication of. So, all right, y'all. We're about to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm gonna be getting into my interview I did with the exotic dancer in New York. One of my followers, when I put up the post about stripping and whether or not I'd be with a stripper, a lot of people were animated in the comments, so I reached out to one of them. We did a real candid interview, so we're gonna come back with the interview, and after we listen to the interview, we'll backdoor with some feedback, and we'll discuss what some of the topics